In this edition of Azure Tips and Tricks, you learn how to use the table parameter to change the format of the output when you're issuing commands with the Azure CLI. When you're working with version 2.0 of the Azure CLI, the results from the commands that you run are typically returned to you in the JSON format. So for instance, if I want to search for my resource groups, I can type az group list, and what you'll see is my resource group listings are returned to me in a JSON format. Now, this might not necessarily be the way that you want to see your results. So what I can do instead is I could use the output option, and I could specify the format I want it to be returned in. So here, I'm going to specify table. Now when I execute my command, you'll see that my results are returned to me in a tabular format. Now, I might not necessarily want to have to do this every time I run a command. What we can do instead is we can do az configure. And what this will allow us to do is change some of my settings. So I can make my default format to be table instead of JSON. So I'm going to select table. And I'm just going to leave the rest of these other options as they are. Now, if I was supposed to execute my command again, az group list, you'll see, here you go, by default, instead of getting JSON, I'm now getting tabular data returned back from my command.